Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chine. This is Alex. Alex is the guy that was standing behind Marcus on the Real Housewives of Atlanta when Marcus did that cheers about cheers if your name is Angela and your husband's cheating on you. This is the guy that was standing behind Marcus, gagged. Now, he is telling the story as he remembers it. So at this point, it's all fiction, okay? We're just enjoying a story time. So let's get into it.
This is just what happens specifically from my point of view. So as you guys know, I was working at this restaurant and Marcus is my boss. I started working at the restaurant early May, and about 3 weeks into May, I get to work one day. It's a normal day, and there's all of a sudden all of this commotion from all the guys in the kitchen about the fact that there's some retired NBA legend that is dining there.
So then Alex goes on to say that he doesn't follow the NBA, he doesn't watch the NBA, and due to the fact that this man that they're talking about is a retired NBA player, he wouldn't know who he is. But then Alex goes on to describe the NBA player and the lady he came in the restaurant with. Let's go.
This man and this very attractive, much younger woman sit down. They sit on the same side of the booth. They, share off of each other's plates. They're very engaged in one another's company. They've shared out of the same drinking cup. So it's like, it was just giving date night energy. However, they eat, they pay, they leave. Boom, that's it.
So then after that, he said, fast forward 4 months later, Marcus, who is his boss, messages him, calls him, and says, do you want to go to this event, this Real Housewives of Atlanta event? It's going to be filmed. The girls will be there. It'll be so much fun. Da-da-da-da-da. Send me your email. He says, so he sent the email, and this is his confirmation. RHOA, Chef Kelly Farrell's cooking demo pop-up event today at 6 p.m. You are confirmed. Okay. So he was so excited because he's a fan of the show. He'll get a chance to meet some of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, eat his chicken and waffles. And then he was like, it was kind of boring because they were just standing there like they're not on the show. It's kind of like being extras. So I can see that. But he said, he was excited being there. And then Marcus had come and said, let me introduce you to Kelly, whose event, where we are. And then he showed him Angela and Charles. And Angela was sitting at the end. And then he was trying to jog his memory of Charles because of the retired NBA legend that had come in the restaurant. And he was trying to piece it together for him. Now let's go.
Back from the restroom, as I walk back into Williams-Sonoma, Marcus is up to Angela talking to her, which is what you guys see on the show when he is telling her your husband's been into the restaurant with a different woman. So, of course, I'm still standing in the background. He walks back over, and I'm like, what was that all about? And then he proceeds to tell me, the whole, I just went and told her about her husband. And I'm like, I beg your pardon?
Let me tell you something. Alex is telling this story, y'all. Y'all know I have to start and stop. But I beg your pardon is correct. Because how you gonna go over there and tell that woman that you don't know that her husband is with somebody? That is not even your place to do that. Like, why would you be that messy? Right? I'm going to let him tell you the rest of it because I don't even want to talk about it. Hold on, let's go.
So he was like, I need to make sure she knows what I'm talking about. And I'm like, Marcus, what? That's when this moment happens where he makes the cheers. As you can see, I am visibly gagged, mouth open, shocked, and gagged like the rest of the guests because, I'm sorry, what?
And I think I posted his tweet, right? He was like, he made a gif and he was saying something like, when you didn't know your friend was going to tell the business that wasn't supposed to be told or something like that. Because everybody is gagged. That toast was crazy work. Here's a toast to if your name is Angela and your husband is cheating on you. What? is certifiably insane. Certifiably insane. He is just here to eat some chicken and waffles and hang around with some housewives, right? Because he said he doesn't need to be on television because we found him on TV. Like, he's on another show. So he's not like just chomping at the bits for it. He likes the housewives. You know what I mean? That would be anybody that watches the show. I'm happy to be here. Lord have mercy. Let's keep going. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this because I want him to tell you about the next part. He said that Marcus got thrown out of the event. We saw that Kelly had her security throw him out. He stayed. He bought some products. He took a photo. He said he thought it was all good, at least at that moment. And then he left when it was over. Let's keep going.
It's the next day after the event, and I am at the restaurant working, and Marcus is there as well. I'm standing in front of the restaurant, and I'm at the host stand. It's a slow day at the moment, and the phone rings. The hostess answers the phone. Thank you for calling. How can I help you? And she then looks over and she goes, hey, Marcus, there's a woman by the name of Drew Sidora on the phone, and she would like to speak to you. So, of course, me and Marcus, lock eyes from across the restaurant.
No, that's right.
Here I am, visibly gagged again, because why is Drew calling? What does Drew want? What's about to happen now?
So, after they finished looking at each other, trying to figure out what is Drew doing on the phone, Drew tells Marcus, how are you going to come to the event and leave and not get my number after you have come here and dropped all of this tea? I need the behind the scenes info. Like we all do. But Drew is the one that has contacted this man. I mean, her and Angela were working together, but Drew reached out. Woo! So then he said that after Drew and Marcus exchanged numbers, they talked for a couple of days. He said 1 or 2 days. And then Drew called him and invited Marcus out for coffee. Marcus wanted Alex to go with him because he said Alex was his receipt. Because Alex was there that day that the tall retired NBA player had come in with a young lady and they were eating off of each other's plates together and paid the bill and left. So he wanted the backup. Now, if you remember the show, when the guy said, I think it was June, Angela said, you're lying, right? So that should have been the end of that right there. But let's keep going.
So now at this point, we have also had a producer reach out in an attempt to get security camera footage from the restaurant of our good old friend Charles and the woman that he was with.
So then he said that he felt bad, right? Because he didn't mean for any of this to happen. He just wanted to eat his chicken and waffles and go on, take some pictures with some housewives. He said, but he went and found Angela and he was like, I felt like I need to let her know that I think production is trying to set her up in her marriage. He said he didn't want anything to do with this. So he said in the exchange with him and Angela, it came off like she was thinking that he was trying to get a moment. He was like, I'm not trying to get a moment. I'm trying to help you. And he said, because I think they're trying to set you up in your own moment. Because he felt like production was trying to set Angela up. But let's listen to what he has to say for the rest of this video, how he felt like it ended.
I go to the coffee shop to sit down, and lo and behold, Angela is there. And the first thing I say, and of course you guys don't see the scene, but the first thing I say is, actually I'm glad Angela is here because I thought Drew was big messy trying to get to your marriage. And I said, and first of all, I'm not even here to say that your man is cheating. However, this is just simply what happened the day that he was in the restaurant. And I shared the same details with her. The optics of the situation just didn't look good if he is indeed married to, somebody else.
Now, what do y'all think about that? Alex has come through with the breakdown. And to me, it makes sense. Like I said, at this point, we weren't there. It's all fiction. But it sounds so good. But we can talk about it in the comments. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.